In this video, you'll learn more about task achievement for the IELTS Academic Writing Test. We'll discuss what this includes and the things to consider to get the best possible score. As you can see here, you're asked to write a summary of the information by selecting and reporting the main features and making comparisons where relevant. To do this, you should read and analyse the information carefully before you begin writing your description. Your answer for this task must also be written in an appropriate format. Your response should be at least 150 words long and written in full. This means it should have no subheadings, no bullet points, no greeting at the beginning or name at the end, and no diagrams, charts or tables. This is an example of a response written in full. To meet the requirements of the task, you'll need to identify the main features. These are also known as key features. Key features are aspects of the information that are important. They might be the trends over time in a chart, or the steps in a process, or they may be major changes that have taken place in plans or maps. In your description, you should also include any relevant figures or data or other supporting information. For example, the position of items on a map or in a plan. You may also make comparisons of these key features where appropriate. Let's look at our task example again. In this case, the key features are the major changes that have taken place since 2000. The supporting information should include the figures or numbers provided and the position of the items on the map. You can use the compass directions to help with your description if they've been provided. Your description is a summary of the information, and as part of this summary, it's important to include an overview. An overview is the part of the response that summarises the main points. That is, the main trends, changes, or number of steps in the information that has been presented. Which of the following are overviews of the information in our task about Newton Theatre? 1 and 3 are overviews, because they summarise the main points, in this case the main changes. 3 is more developed, and so it's clearer. A clear overview is important for Band 7 or higher. 2 does not summarise the main points, so we don't know how the plans are different. This means it's not adequate enough to achieve Band 6. 4 is an adequate introduction, but it's not an overview. In this response, which received a high band score, there is a clear overview. It's highlighted in green. The response includes all the key features, which in this case are the major changes. And these features are supported using figures. For example, 400 and 100. And information that tells us where these changes appear on the plans. For example, the eastern side and on the opposite wall. As we've seen in this video, for Academic Writing Task 1, you're asked to write a description of information that's given to you in the form of charts, tables, processes, plans, or maps. Task achievement assesses the ability to summarise this information by selecting the key features of the information, for example, trends, changes, or steps, comparing or contrasting the information by adequately highlighting the key features, providing sufficient detail to illustrate the key features, for example, using relevant figures, data, or other supporting information, reporting the information accurately, presenting an overview of the information, and finally, presenting the response in an appropriate format. Thanks for watching.